Hello, everybody. What do you got? 11 people in the house. Let's see. Okay, we have. Thanks for coming in, guys. Raymond, as always, my good buddy Raymond. Raven Cat. She's here all the time as well. AL's Outdoors. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Judith and Dan Davis. Daniel from Living MN Outdoors. I shouldn't just assume it's him. It's probably both of them. What else we got here? Laura the Explorer. I love that name. Section 8. How you doing, buddy? Ace is here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Can you guys hear me okay? Is everything's all right? Oh, the purple. Yeah, it's more burgundy, but on the camera it looks purple. Not very good lighting in here. Tom is here, half pace. Yeah, no wonder, no worries, half pace, man. You do what you got to do. Thanks for coming in, showing support, man. I appreciate it. All right, Mud Tramp is here. Mr. Daniel. She's the only person in the world who calls me that. I like it. All right. A little feedback, not too bad. Is everybody getting feedback, or I'm just trying to see if it's just hers or something that maybe I can correct here? All right. So I got a few things I got to go through here first. The topics of this particular live stream. We'll get started in just a second on all that. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking for something here on my PC. All right. Okay. Everyone's just saying hi. All right, Raymond says it's good. Okay, so first things first, I got to get a few things. I put out a little giveaway just as an appreciation. I guess YouTube is changing how they're doing things now. They're really, they're not liking you promoting, like doing giveaways for subscribers and stuff. I haven't really looked into it. I just kind of heard about it. But this is not a, if you guys get me to 800 subscribers, I'm going to give you something special. This is, once I hit 800 subscribers, which I hope would be organically, it's just something to give back. Obviously, I don't have enough for everyone, so I had to pick names. I did that earlier today. I actually took everyone's name, put it in a hat, and drew it because I couldn't figure it, the wheel on here, and I had too many things. I didn't want to go through the numbers. So for my 800 subscriber, thank you for all your support kind of giveaway. I had 5 of these cards to give away. They're fishing cards. I think I went through it last time on a live stream, and that's what it is. It's all punch out. So you have hooks, you have an arrowhead. You can take this piece here, you bend it around a stick, and you now have a 3-pronged spear, or I guess a gaff or some sorts. You have these different spinners that can be used as lockers, and these little double hooks and stuff, saw blade, all the fun stuff for if you're in a pinch and you need to do some fishing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually throw in a little bit of fishing line and everything in this as well, so it's like a little bit of a package. But JV's here. What's up, JV? Just catching up on everyone. Yeah, I'm at 840 now. Yeah, it took off. I think I got a lot of subscribers actually from some of my shorts that I did. Because at the end of shorts now, if you do up a short and it's more than I think 40 seconds, you can actually put your subscribe logo and like a preferred video at the end of it. I actually just like 10-15 minutes ago released a short on some trail cam footage that I had of a sow coming in with her cub, her yearling, and they were eating at the bait site and everything, which is great because it's nice to. You're always hunting and stuff, and you're kind of taking lives. It's nice to see like new life grow, and I don't mind. He can eat all he wants. Both of them can. It's nice. So JV was supposed to be going live too. It's really hard not to overlap people. JV mentioned something today, and I was like, oh crap! I think it's the same time around my time. But anyways, I'm going to get this out of the way. So for the 800 appreciation subscriber giveaway thing. I have, these are the names that were picked earlier. So it's Jeff Jackson. He won one. I'll get in contact with everyone over Instagram or Facebook and get your mailing address. I'll send this out to you guys. Raymond. He won one. And Tubby Guy won one. It's kind of nice to actually get 2 Canadians in the hat because postage is not cheap. But Raven Cat out homesteading, you got one. Congratulations. And Al's Outdoor, he gets one as well. So just over on Boxy's channel, I don't know if you guys were there. Mo's alter ego. Thanks for coming in. So Boxy just did a giveaway, and I added to it. This was for Freezer Bound Outdoors. They did a whole like YouTube content creator gathering. It was pretty awesome. I hope to get to one of those in the next coming years. But I threw it in, and as most of you guys who were over there know, Living MN Outdoors won, and I'm throwing that in. I'll be sending that to him. So Daniel, you send me your guys' address as well, please. And continuing with these little cards, as you guys know, I had this little survival kit that I did together, and it ran into some issues going across the border. There's too many things in it. There's a razor blade, fake worms, which they thought were real, and so on and so forth. Anyways, they got taken at the border. It was more expensive than what was in it to have it shipped back to me, so they were just destroyed. But I still owe people some stuff. So the way back when Mo was doing a giveaway, Judith Davis won one of my little kits, and I've been owing something to her for a while. And I this one's for Judith. So then we had, during that same giveaway at Mo's channel, M&K Outdoors won one, but because at the time I was getting to know everyone, I didn't know that M&K was a father and the daughter duo. So I actually said that I would give 2. So I have 2 of those for those individuals. And for my first giveaway, which also got stopped at the border because it was the same thing, I had Tom Keltish, and Tom won. So I have Tom's here as well. So that catches me up on the stuff that I owe people. Well, I owe everybody a lot of stuff actually, but for the giveaways anyways. Just going to check. They are Mud Tram, like yourself too. You're a great supporter of a lot of channels. I don't know how you guys can do it. I feel like you guys are sitting down there and just like 20 computers around you and a VR headset, and you're just going at it like watching 20 channels at once. I can't keep up. So congratulations to the winner, all the winners. I'll get the your addresses, send it to me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever if you're in the chat. If not, I'll find you. You're welcome, Judith. And Judith, your channel, wasn't it just Judith Davis at one point? And then you added your husband later? Am I correct in saying that? Oh, my mother and father's watching. You're welcome, Tom. I'm pretty sure Judith, it was just Judith Davis back then. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. So, before I get into the topic of monetization and all that fun stuff, so this is the, have you guys seen my contest on the giveaway I'm doing on my bear baiting series that I did? And I just concluded. I got a bear with my son. And in that video, I said I was going to be giving away this knife. So this is the knife, unopened, brand new, that you'll be getting if you can guess the weight of that bear in that video without going over. Whoever gets the closest guess will win. So it's just like every other one, be subscribed, share the video or whatever, and that's it. So, Miss Violet Mom and Mr. Dad at Violet Street, yeah. It's my mom and dad watching. They're at home now going, that's my boy. Yeah, she wants the bear to give a drip. All right, so I'm going to share this with you guys too. So when I was younger, I was into a lot of art stuff. I used to love drawing and stuff. So I came up with this idea of a painting slash, I guess a press, stamp. I don't know. This is what I call a successful hunt. So it's kind of hard to tell with the lighting in here. This is Hunter's Orange with like a dark red, like a blood red. And then that's the actual paw print of the bear that I got with my son. The bear in the video, that's the actual paw print from that bear. I actually have a few of these, so they're pretty neat. If you guys like this is something that I might be able to do up, something like this, maybe do up different designs and stamp it with the actual bear's paws and send it to you guys. This could be like a giveaway if you guys are interested in anything like this. I like creating this stuff. I like creating. I know a lot of people say that YouTube, like live streaming, is the new future of YouTube and stuff, but I do like live streaming. I like hanging out with you guys, but I also really enjoy creating content and learning new skills, and I don't know, I just like creating it. Yes, that's my boy. Oh, I missed what Julie said. Okay, it started as Trapper Dan. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew it was different. Labs Family Adventures. Watch the bear one and hope to do something like that with kill something. Yeah, it's awesome. If you ever need pointers or tips or anything like that, if I'm not sure if you ever hunted bear before, but I'll be happy to help out if you have any questions. Oh, the chat just jumped. Let me see here. Stopping everything at the border. I sent a package of 3 jigs and they got stopped. Yeah, Ace, everything is, I think right now because there's not enough people crossing over, there's probably more packages being sent back and forth. And yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it's taking a long time. You can change your weight. I don't care. You can change your weight. Like I said, the contest closes, I believe I said on the 3rd of next month. It'll be closed. I'll be picking the winner and going live that day. And whoever's the winner when I go live, that's who's getting it. So, hi Gio, thanks for coming in, buddy. Tina's here. Hi Tina. Ace. All right, so everybody's here. So one of the other topics I wanted to talk about. All right, so starting next month, probably actually starting more like next week, I've got a few nothing really major or anything, but I got a few health things that I'm getting taken care of, and I'm in physio and stuff. So um, there's going to be probably some time I'm not able to get out to get the type of content I'm used to creating. I won't be able to go on big adventures. I won't be able to go deep into the woods, do stuff like that. So I might be doing some more like let's just sit and chat around a fire in the woods or something, and have a bite to eat or something like that. It's going to be a little more relaxed in the next coming month. At the end of this month, on the 31st, I'm actually getting that surgery that no guy wants to get, but they know it's a responsible thing to do, because the alternative is their wife goes through the surgery to not have babies. So I'm doing the thing that saves my wife from having to go through that, and I'm getting a vasectomy. I'm making it sound like I'm a hero because I really don't want to get it done, but I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to be out of commission, probably not long, maybe close to a week, but I will be out of commission during that time. So yeah, Raymond, that's it. So I don't need any more little barbarians, if you will, running around. I've got 2. That's all I need right now. Yeah, JV, grab me a taco bowl. Yeah, you're right, Ravencat. It is much, much easier for the man and his woman, and that's why we're doing it. That's why I'm doing it, I should say. Been there, done that. Yeah. I'm getting a new one. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm getting a new one. It's way less invasive than before. So, no, Daniel does not know, but he's going to learn their. Oh, someone said hello to Huntsman. Oh, there he is. Hi, Huntsman. Thanks for coming in. So that's with that. So yeah, the channel, just for like the next month or so, things are going to be a little. I won't, like I said, I won't be doing my weekly adventure editing, putting it out and stuff like that. It might be just smaller little things, but I still got to put something out for you guys. The other thing I wanted to talk about, which is the title of this, is my monetization. Everybody knows, like, you get 1,000 subscribers, and if you're in good standing orders with YouTube and all that stuff, you can get monetized if you have the hours and everything else. Well, I'm not going to have the hours, and I'm not pushing for the hours. I do my live streams once in a while when I can, and I just want to communicate something with you guys and just have a bit of fun. I don't do this weekly. Maybe in the future I'll do one weekly or something like that, but I've made a decision. I sat down and I thought about it, and I still have a job that I am contracted to, that I have to do. And with that job, I could be gone for at any time. COVID has been a kind of a blessing because it's kept me here. But when the COVID thing's over, I could be like, hey guys, I won't see you in for 3 weeks, and I'm gone. Or hey guys, could be longer, could be a month, could be a couple months. I don't know. That's how my line of work goes. So it's been COVID, in a sense, have been a blessing for me for the channel, being able to put out content, more regularly. But that might come to an end in the near future once this COVID thing starts drifting behind us. With that being said, because of that, I don't want my channel right now to feel like work. I don't want to feel like I am pushing to get hours or anything like that, because I don't know if my line of work will take me away, where it will just become impossible. So I don't want to be like, have 1,000 subscribers and then be gone for 3 months and then come back and have to catch up on the hours. So I said, I'm not going to do that. I don't want this thing. I love creating content. I like editing videos. I enjoy doing this type of stuff. I like putting stuff out there for you guys to watch and enjoy. And so with that being said, I don't want to turn it into work where I start to resent it. So I'm not going to bother getting monetized when I hit 1,000. I'm not even going to think about it until maybe I'm 3,000, 4,000 or whatever. Basically, when the channel is able to take care of itself in viewing hours and that, even if I'm away for a little bit, that's the point I might consider it. But until then, I'm not going to bother getting monetized. And that's, like I said, mostly because if I do and I end up going away, I'll be forcing stuff out, and I don't want to cut corners, right? So that's the answer to that. So let me see here. Share. Is there anybody in the chat that would like to come up on panel. This is really awkward talking in a room quietly. I know I'm talking to you guys, but it'd be nice to hear another voice. Yeah, Tom. Yeah. JV's coming up now. JV. You know how my channel goes, bud. The link's there if anyone wants to come up. Yeah, you're right, Huntsman. And I can't guarantee that I can maintain those hours, so that's why I'm not even going to bother trying. I started this thing with the idea of just producing content, getting out there. And to be honest with everybody here, my channel's actually grown a little faster. I'd like to see my views go up, my subscriber count. I don't care about as much, but I would like to see my views go up before I even consider anything at all. Oh, JV's here now. He wants to pop up. Okay, guys, everybody hold on. It's about to get loud.
Hello.
Hey. What's up, man?
I just wanted everybody to watch me eat tacos.
I wanted to watch you eat tacos. This is my dream come true.
No,
You're
I've
going
been
live
through the
tonight.
vasectomy. Only thing I can tell you is buy like spandex boxers to help hold stuff together, or you'll be sorry you didn't.
All right. So not duct tape.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I'm in the chat. I'm reading the chat. You're not driving right now, are you?
Kinda. I just left the lake. I was out. I had a good day bass fishing.
Yeah, I seen some of your pictures. You had a decent one there. You said you got one on a frog and one on a chatter.
Yeah.
You got more after that?
Yeah. And I made some kids' days. They didn't have any fishing poles. I had a whole bunch of fishing poles in the back seat. So I gave a bunch of kids some fishing poles.
Man, and you know what? You don't understand the extremes that would go to, because just giving those kids, I mean, it gives them an outlet.
Yep.
It gives them something to do, right? Like fishing, and a kid out fishing don't have time for anything else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Being the outdoors is the best thing you can do for a kid. You got an earthquake and a typhoon?
What? Sorry, just a second. Let me drop the volume. I forgot I had the
volume
down.
The Huntsman said he's got a Titan tag team going on, earthquake and typhoon.
Oh, jeez.
It's the end of worlds.
You know, the funny thing is you'll probably not be on YouTube for a little while, and we'll all miss you. We'll start watching your videos, and you'll get your 4,000 hours real quick.
Yeah. Except it'll be more like, it got awful quiet. What happened to? Oh, there was this guy. Remember that guy who used to do weird stuff in the woods? I picked a June bug off a window last night, and I looked at it and I said, I could make a video out of this, lazy. My wife was like, "What? Gross! Ew!" I was like, "I'm sure they're good for you." I'm like, I have a great way of catching. This is good for everybody to know. Mostly for the men. Most for the men in the chat. But if you want to catch June bugs to feed your chickens, because chickens love June bugs, it works. Trust me. You take your flashlight and you go outdoors with your wife and you shine the flashlight on top of her head, and then they all just get tangled up in her hair, and then you just pick them up. Hashtag life hack.
I don't have a wife, so I can't do that.
You can do it to your beard. Just keep your mouth open, and you can have your own snack.
I hope your wife ain't.
I enjoy making videos. I do not want to end up hating. creating. Yeah, you're right, Tom. Exactly. And Tom is like myself. Like we're new to the whole. We've only been doing it for a year or so. I'm not exactly sure how long Tom's been doing it, but it's this learning experience too, right? The first year or two of YouTube, like learning new skills in editing and stuff like that is almost like almost rewarding enough in a sense.
So, the other thing I wanted to ask you is, how long do you plan on being live?
I've pretty much done everything that I meant to do. Like I don't usually do long lives. When are you going live?
I was saying I was going to wait till you end, and then I'll just let everybody know I'm going to do that bow giveaway as soon as Barbarians Live ends. Then I'll go live.
Well, there we go. Is there anybody else who got anything they want to add to my stream? I could go. I can leave whenever, man.
Somebody jump up here with him. Mo, why don't you come talk to him?
Who? Here's the link if anybody else wants to come up. Say hi.
Somebody else come up and I'll jump down. Daddy Duck here? No, Daddy Duck Matt, get up here if you're here.
I don't want you to get down. I just don't want you to die driving.
Oh, no. I live out in the middle of nowhere. If I hit something, it's going to be a deer.
Okay. Oh, Tom's here.
Tom's here.
Hey,
what up, Tom?
How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. I had a great day.
I'm out here having a little bonfire, just sitting outside, enjoying the weather, and yeah, my first bonfire of the warm season.
Nice. I had a bonfire the other night, but I had it at nighttime because the color of the smoke of the stuff I was burning probably would have alerted some neighbors.
Yeah.
Were you burning tires?
Not quite tires, but yeah, there was stuff being burnt that was there's probably a hole in the ozone layer above my house right now.
All right, well, I'll jump down. I'll be in the chat.
All right, buddy. Be safe driving.
Catch you later.
Listen, before you go, are you waiting to get home before you go live, or you're just going to go live from your car?
Yeah, I got to get home and get set up.
Okay.
And all that stuff. So,
how
everybody, if you want to get in on a boat, I'm giving away a breakdown bow. Said as soon as Barbarian gets his live over with, I'm going to go live, and it's to celebrate Annika hitting 1,000 subscribers. We got her over 1,000 last night. So,
one of my moderators, if you can put down Annika's link. You can just run links too if you want. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But put down Annika's link. She's well deserving of 1,000. That's for sure.
Yeah, she's been a blessing to this guy. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
She's got a great voice. Unbelievable.
Beautiful voice.
Just soothing.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And she's nice to this old redneck. I don't know why, but she is. All right, I'll be in the chat. I'll catch you later, bud.
All right, so hold on. Before you go, you didn't answer me. How long are you going to be till you get home?
I got about 40 minutes till I get home, then I got to get set up. So you got at least an hour before.
Oh, yeah. I won't be dragging that long.
All right.
But, all right, buddy. Safe driving. Bye. Hey, Tom.
How have you been?
Oh. Good, man. How you been?
I'm all right. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to have a bonfire out here for the last 2 weeks, and hopefully tomorrow I can make some breakfast on the coals and add a few chunks of wood and use the cast iron and
that'd be nice.
Bacon and eggs.
There's nothing better, man. There's nothing better than eating over an open fire.
Next weekend we'll be headed up northern Wisconsin on a lake. Yeah. I just can't wait to get up there and sit on the front deck with a coffee in the morning, looking at the lake. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. And last time I was up there was I think Labor Day. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good
How
time.
far away is it for you to get there?
It's like 3.5 hours. I don't, to be honest, I don't even know what the mileage is. It's 3.5 hours from our house to Eagle River.
On the highway.
Pardon?
Mostly highway.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's about
yeah. Interstate for a little while, then like your
320 kilometers, whatever that
what's
is
that?
in miles.
Yeah.
So you're about 320 kilometers, whatever that is in miles. See, when you do stuff in kilometers and you know the hour, it's easy to compute
Oh,
it.
really?
It is for me. I don't know. It's probably just as easy with miles. I just don't know the difference.
Yeah.
Chuck from Manila Ghost Wolf is in. Hey, Chuck. Thanks for coming in, man. Mo is here. She said she's loving seeing the beards.
Yeah, I don't know if I should keep mine yet or just do the Fu Manchu or the
Oh,
goatee,
yeah. Do the
but
big
around
handlebars
August.
or something?
Yeah, but
My old man got his mustache comes down and it just comes right off. Like it's big, like
wow.
big long ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my wife would let that fly. But
Sunfish.
around August, I'll start growing my beard back again.
Yeah. See, I shaved mine off last year. Um, I think my wife said something along the lines of gross. So, and I was like, this is my face. This is my actual face. She's like, don't shave your beard off ever again. I was like, okay, cool. She doesn't like my actual face. I think it's because I thought that I was when I shaved it off, I was kind of curious how many chins I had. Turns out I have none. I just have this slant that just goes into my neck. There's
That's
no.
why I'm on my back. I trimmed it down real tight. Then I realized that I got a double going on.
COVID
So
caveman's here. So I'm just trying to catch up a little bit on the chat. I kind of fell behind there. I'm really bad with the chat, man. I don't know how people keep up with it. Jeff Jackson. I don't know if you were here earlier when I gave out the winners, but you won one of those little cards. It's a survival card. Just so you know.
hey, did I tell you I received my chaga a while back?
Oh, did you? Good.
Yeah, that you sent. That's really good. It tastes almost exactly like dandelion root coffee. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
It's
told you
earthy.
that or
It's
not.
just earthy
Yeah,
flavor.
yeah. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I have a mixture where I ground some up and I put in with chai. So it's a chaga chai tea.
Oh, okay.
And I ground it so you can just kind of, but be careful on what you're grinding it with because you might just ruin your wife's blender and then you get in trouble. So,
Well, I did that. So that's what I used.
did it leave
I
like a
broke.
burn mark all the way around?
I used the hammer to make a few smaller chunks. But what do you use to break it down? A food processor or something, or what?
No, what I started doing was putting it in a like a burlap sack and then taking a hammer to it on a rock and just smash it up. And then I take the pieces out and I put it in a coffee grinder.
Oh, all right. That
That's
I
what
don't
I
have yet, but that's a good idea. Because I think I
um,
might wrecking the blades on the blender.
and now Ghostwolf said, "Oh, sorry." So Huntsman said earlier we could all be brothers. I think it's because of the beers and that. Which we kind of are brothers.
Yeah.
You two brothers. And El Ghostwolf said he grew his beard back once his wife got sick. She likes me with a beard. She's all finished her treatments and doing well. She had her first COVID shot. That's awesome. Glad to hear her, Chuck. Tell Karen we all got her in our hearts and minds.
Yeah. Stay strong. Be
She's a
stubborn and
strong
strong.
woman.
To
Oh,
help.
she's a newfie woman. She's two things she knows how to do is be strong and stubborn.
That's awesome.
They're built like that. That's for sure. Let me see. You live in places with harsh environments, man. It's hard not to.
Mm-hmm.
Just reading the chat. Do you want me to send you a message? Yeah, send me a message on Jeff. Send it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and just send me your address, and I'll get it out to you sometime this week coming. I'm going to throw the link back down there if anybody else wants to come up for a little bit. I won't be going too long tonight. How's those little robins?
Good. It's amazing how quick they grow. I think I might do another short, maybe in a couple days, just to see how much they feathered out already. They're starting to. I can see a little bit of actual feathers now, but they're still like not completely feathered. They're still bare spots in their body yet.
Yeah. They're just in that transition between their downs feather. Is it down feather? Yeah.
That is so cool. You know, you hit the nail on the head on that comment that you had on that video. You know, I don't remember the comment exactly, but it's we hunt fish, but still have a love for the animals. You know,
yeah, I said we
a stewardship.
Yeah, as hunters and fishermen and trappers, we have an appreciation that people on the outside who don't do that stuff don't understand. We have a deeper relationship with the animal because we not only understand the animal, as an individual, but we look at the species and we don't look at it from the outside in. We look at it from the inside out. We become part of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed. Like when you get into hunting and trapping and stuff like that, you're not human putting yourself in this position. You have to put yourself. You're in that position. You make yourself part of it, and you become part of it. So it's like, yeah,
that is so true.
Yeah, and Al Goldsworth said just then. He said he hunts and fish because he loves the animals, because of the love for animals. And that's the thing. It's like with I just put out a short just before I went live a few minutes prior. I just published one, and it's of a sow coming in after I killed that boar. A sow came in with her cub, and they were eating away. And I mean, I'll keep putting food out there as long as that mom and baby is there. I will keep feeding them and give him a good start at life, right? And that takes a little bit of stress off her trying to find food for him. I got no issues with that. Like that's the thing. That's the other side of it. I don't mind doing. I don't mind feeding the baby bears, especially at a bait site. I wouldn't do it out of my hands, obviously, but
no, not a mama and cubs.
No. Yeah, I understand the roles and conservation process. Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, and that's true. Being, like you said earlier, being stewards of the land, right, of the species and everything else. It's important, and it's something, like I said, a lot of people don't get. They don't see it. That interview that Steve Ranella did with a vegan guy who came to crash his book signing. Yeah. His response, like he said, was, I think that was a very intelligent response, a very mature response that he said. He said, like, white-tailed deer, he can appreciate on a level that he'll never appreciate because he eats them. Right? Like, because he kills them. He understands them and he appreciates them. He loves the idea of deer more than the individual. Toronto just scored again. Is this hockey you're watching tonight? I don't even watch hockey no more. That what you're talking about, Chuck? Raymond, okay. Yes. Oh, hi, Madeleine. Thanks for coming in. Snuck in here. You too, Dixie. Thanks for coming in. Is there anybody else like to come up on panel? I'm going to drop the link one more time there. But yeah, I almost kicked over the camera.
You gave me an idea for a short coming up. I don't know when I'll be able to do it, but I think I might. I have an idea or two.
Oh, yeah? Don't tell me.
I'm not. I don't know if I could get myself to do it, but I just want to see just to see how well it goes over or not go over.
JV, he said he's a baby bear. Would I feed him a little popcorn? I smother them in molasses. That's what I do. There was a bear in my hometown in Oklahoma, and the authorities killed it. People were very upset. It's not a super small town. They couldn't get it to come down from a tree. Yeah, like I said, I don't judge conservation officers and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't kill a baby bear. I also would not kill a sow with a cub, even though in some places you can legally. Here, you can kill a sow with cubs in the fall.
Here in Wisconsin, I think that you can't do it. It's illegal to shoot a sow with cubs.
Yeah,
and that's in the fall.
Yeah, so here I think you can do it in the fall, but I still wouldn't. And my reasoning behind it, and it's not like I said, it's a personal reason. It's just because like bears are solitary creatures and they don't have relationships with other bears, right? They're very promiscuous. They don't settle down like humans do or anything like that. So the only relationship, the only meaningful relationship that they have in their entire life is between mother and cub. And I wouldn't want to be the one to destroy that one and only relationship that they'll have. You know what I mean? That's just my take on it. I'm not going to judge anybody else who does. That's there, especially if it's legal where they do it. I don't judge anyone for it, but I just wouldn't do it personally.
I get that's like a ethics kind of a thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just
Personal versus
right. Yeah.
Projected, I guess. Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Mo. Mo, I appreciate her support there, coming in tonight, saying hi and everything. Al said he sets his own rules for folks on his farm on top of what the regulators say. He sees more than anyone what's there. So yeah, he would understand. That's the thing. If you have a big enough land and property and you're managing the wildlife on your property that's coming and going, you're going to be the best one to know how to manage it. Especially if you have a background in hunting and conservation, right? You're going to be probably the better guy for it. I'm wondering what to do. I got the bear's bacula or baculum. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Almost all mammals have it.
Huh?
Almost all mammals have it, with the exception of humans.
I think I know what I think I know what you're talking about.
It's a wiener bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the baculum out of this bear. I've never kept it before because I was always like, what the heck am I going to keep it for? So, but I have it. It's still out there. I'm not sure what to do with it, but a lot of people use it for like stir sticks. I'm not into that. I'm not into stir drink with a wiener, but
yeah.
If anyone here has some interesting, not too weird things to do with a bear penis bone, let me know.
I guess there's, with the raccoons that I trap, if I wanted to, I could probably sell those to buyers for some market, I guess. Even skulls and
yeah. I'm not sure. Can you sell the bones? I know you can't sell you can't just go and sell the fur to someone.
No.
Or the meat. You can't sell the meat and stuff but certain things you can. I'm not sure what they do.
I'd have to actually look it up or research it before I actually do it. I don't want to get in trouble, obviously, for it.
No, yeah, you'd have to check out your local laws. Al said to use a giant toothpick. Daddy Doug said he hopes never get close enough to a bear to worry about it. Well, just so you know, the bear was not alive when I took the baculum from it. I mean, that would be a story, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Run
up to a bear and just grab his wiener bone. All right, who we got here? I guess nobody else wanted to come up. Don't kill anything that I don't plan on eating, except spiders. They can all burn in that place and serve the earth. I like spiders. I don't mind spiders at all. But here in Canada, up until recent years, we don't have venomous spiders that can harm a human. We don't have venomous snakes here either.
I'm not sure what we have as far as spiders as venomous or snakes. I think we may have timber rattlers, but I really don't know. I don't follow reptiles. All I know is snapping turtles.
Oh, Toronto's now on the power play. Yeah, it must be hockey. NL said he's got to go watch the game. He would come up, but he's got to watch. I understand that, but I didn't get some. You got to go watch the hockey game. Huge. Yeah. Al said, take it to surgery with me. Yeah. Yeah. While you're down there, here's an extension. Can you install this, please?
Imagine the look on their faces.
Later, Chuck. Thanks for coming in. And I'll Ghost Wolf's taking off.
See you, Charlie.
JV said he eats rattlesnakes.
I wouldn't mind trying rattlesnake.
Yeah. I ate see, we don't have alligators here. There's a thing about Canada a lot of people don't know. We don't have alligators. We don't have crocodiles. We don't have now, when I say we don't have poisonous snakes, every now and then they'll find a couple on the southern border of Lake Alberta. But besides that, we don't really have poisonous spiders. There's a lot of things that you guys have wants to kill you, but we don't have up here. Moose and bear, that's the only thing we really got to work. Like when I go in the woods, my biggest threat is a bear or a bull moose.
Oh yeah,
by a long shot. That's my biggest threat. Bears right now in New Brunswick because the population is just crazy.
Now you said you can get 2 bears a year, no matter fall or spring.
Yeah. I think it's $50 for the license or $52 or something like that now.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. The price, like in back when I was in Labrador, I think the price was like around the same, but that included 2 bears. You didn't have to go back. I'm not sure what it's like now, but that's the way it was. But
okay.
Yeah.
I just wish we wouldn't have to wait so long to get our actual kill tag in the state that I'm in. In some areas, people only wait like 6 years. When I had my bear tag, I had to wait like 12 years, 11, 12 years before I actually got a kill permit.
Oh, really?
So
yeah,
hopefully I'm around when I'm able to purchase a kill tag, a license.
Yeah.
I'll be 58 by then. I don't want, man. Oh man.
Yeah. But you guys got other ways you can make up for it. Though. Like you got cottontails.
Yeah.
Right. You get to go. Like we got snowshoe hare, but we don't have cottontails.
Now, do you ever hunt snowshoes, or you just snare them?
Yeah. No, I hunt them. Now, lots of times my hunting has been there's one, and I have my gun, or I'm just driving the trails, and like it's the same thing with grouse hunting. I'll go out to get a grouse, but it's not like I'll just go out until I come across one kind of thing. I just drive around, find one. There's a few times I've gone in, listen for a grouse drumming, and I'll go through the woods, look for the drumming log, see the grouse on the drumming log, something like that. But I mean, for the effort put into it, you could just walk the trail and see one and shoot it. Same kind of thing with rabbit. Or
That's something I never done was grouse hunt yet.
Oh no,
I think it'd be a nice walk through the woods. I'd obviously have to go along with someone that's hunted them before and just I don't know, get the ins and outs, I guess. Like you said, a drumming log or so.
Yeah, anytime you hear like that, that
Yeah.
That
I've heard
noise.
that once.
Yeah, usually they'll be on a log that like a tree that's topped over, and they
Okay.
climb up. They don't let they like to climb up the log and do that drumming. That's what they're doing. They're calling the females, right? That's the
Yep.
male. He'll get up there and drum on that log instead of getting up on a tree, because when he's up on a tree, he's basically making lots of noise. So he needs to look around. So being up on a down log, it just gives him advantage points from all around, right?
Sure.
So what is this? Madleaf said they have venomous prairie rattlesnakes in Alberta and scorpions. Yeah, but that's southern Alberta, is it not, Madleaf? If I'm correct, it's just southern. And COVID said, any thoughts on another catch cook survival video in the future? Oh yeah, I get hungry, and I get hungry frequently. There'll be something to kill and eat, I'm sure. I'm just waiting for the fall season to kind of open up. I guess I could go do something now, like a bass. I've never bass fished because to me, I always thought bass were useless because people didn't eat them. But
I'll try it.
I'll try it. I'll go get one and eat it.
Going up north, I'll be fishing off the pier a little bit, and if I catch a legal size one, I want to actually put it out in the frying pan and over to the fire and cook it. I know people say they don't taste good, but I'll make my own opinion.
Judah said, "Would you rather eat a spring or a fall bear?" You know what, Judith? I used to say fall because they were putting on a lot of fat by that time, getting ready for hibernation and stuff. But I'll be honest with you, the flavor of bear I find is more dependent upon that bear and what its diet has been. Because where they're omnivores, you got one living down by the water eating fish all the time. It's going to take on a different flavor profile than one that's grazing in the fields eating more berries. So between spring and fall, I've had spring bears that have tasted excellent. I've had fall bears that's tasting excellent. I've never had a bad tasting bear, but I've had bears that was like, oh yeah, this one's definitely living somewhere, near a river, or they take on a different flavor profile. So I don't think the time of year has as much to play on the flavor as the just where they're grazing. Basically, that's just my take on it. Someone asked if I still had chaga earlier. I just spotted it a while back. Who asked that? You didn't see that comment, did you?
No, I can't see the comments at all.
Oh, you're on your phone, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Still daylight there. It's dark here now. Does anybody know who asked for if I still had chaga? I think Raven Cat might have sent it. Okay, yes, I do still have chaga. Are you looking for some chaga? Judah said the only one we ate was eating donuts and cooking grease. The donuts would add a nice flavor to it, I'm guessing. Especially if you get some of that Canadian maple. Get a nice Canadian maple black beer. That'd be awesome. Oh, chaga. Chaga is hard to find everywhere. But
I've been looking.
Nice,
go ahead.
Yeah. No, what's nice is here, there's some really heavy birch patches that you can drive through that are just like kilometers long. And they're normally found on birch trees. So that increases your chances of finding them. So I can go out and find some chaga.
I've been looking on birch trees where I rabbit hunt, and I couldn't find any growths. There's one when I was looking for morels. It was almost like a shelf fungus. And I broke it off and I found some orange, but I'm like, I'm not too sure if this is actual chaga or if it's something different. So I just left it. So I don't know. It has to be like a real dark, like a wart kind of a thing on the tree, right?
Yeah. I actually got a chunk I can grab there right quick if you guys give me just a quick second. Mo said she doesn't even know what chaga is, but chaga is a fungus. It is, I guess, a type of mushroom. It does grow on mostly birch tree. It can grow on any tree, really, but birch tree is where it's at. Normally harvested in the fall, winter months. That's when it's at its peak health benefits, I guess. It has more antioxidants. It's considered a superfood. You just make tea out of it. You ground it up, put it in your coffee, whatever, stuff like that. You can make chaga powder where you can actually consume the entire thing, but yes, it's
nice.
really good for your mouth, Raven Cat.
I should put it in my coffee. Try that. Try it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go grab a chunk of chaga just so people can see it if you don't mind.
Yeah.
If you guys don't mind just hanging out in the chat for a second. Tom, do you want me to just blank you out so you're not standing there awkwardly by yourself, or you want to sing a song for everybody?
Well, I don't have any campfire songs that I can sing or no, but
all right, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to leave you here to be very awkward for just like 1 minute.
All right.
You can't even see the chat, so they can't even ask you questions.
I'll ad-lib a little bit.
Ow!
Today it's been pretty warm here. We actually had our first day of mid 80s, and it was slightly humid too. So summer is almost here, and Memorial Day is just around the corner. So it's the unofficial start to summer. So I'm looking forward to heading up north. I know I can't see the chat, so I'm kind of going off the cuff here. Yeah, the chaga tastes earthy, like we were saying before. It's not bad. It's a unique flavor. Doesn't taste anything like coffee.
I'm coming. Hold on.
Like earthy. There he is.
What song did you sing, everyone? All right. So this is chaga.
That's a big one. Holy cow.
Yeah, this is one of my bigger pieces. So this is like a rock. Like when I say this, the outer part is hard, I mean like screwdriver hard. And then it turns like a rusty color, it turns like brown, then almost like a rusty red. The lighting in here is off, so hard to tell. And then the back end of it is like a cork. It's really soft, and like you'd never be able to stab the front end like that. You just can't. The back end, it's just soft like cork. And the Native Americans used to actually use the cork part of this for fishing. They would actually carve it and use it like a bobber, wrap the line around it because it floats really well.
Now you can use the whole fungus, or you can use everything, right? Not just the inside part of it, the orange part. You can also use the outside.
Yeah, you can use the entire thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that this like probably from, if you're looking at the cross section here, if you're looking from like this much up, would be the best stuff to use for food and stuff. This here, you can make tea and stuff out of it, but it's so lightweight, it just kind of floats in the water and it doesn't absorb very well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't like leach out a whole lot. This is the stuff a lot of people will grind up into a powder. So like it's like a very fine powder, and then they'll actually just use it like some people will actually put this stuff in like little capsules and take it like a pill and get the health benefits. But it's all good for you. The whole thing is good for you. Now, this piece of chaga was actually on a tree that was starting to die, so I knew that it wasn't going to be around much longer. So that's why I took the entire thing out. Normally, I'll take a saw and I'll kind of cut it flush with the tree, and that'll leave this core in the tree, and then it'll just continue oxidizing, because that's all this is this is oxidation of this that happens as it grows, and that's what makes it so hard. So you by cutting it flush, you can leave the chaga in the tree. It'll continue growing. You can go back and reharvest it the year after. Stephen Roberts is here. Oh, the chat just jumped. Hey, Brett, how long have you been How long has it been spent? Oh, how long have it been since I had tur? Oh, I was just talking a while ago about that. I haven't had tur in probably 8 years, and I love tur. I haven't had tur in a long time. Tur, it's a sea dwelling bird.
Oh, okay.
When you're cooking it, it smells like the Hell's Gates has opened up. It's oily bird and it stinks.
Really?
I hate the smell of it. I hate the smell of it when it's being cooked. Similar to like seal flippers. I don't like the smell of it when it's being cooked, but once it's done being cooked and stuff, and the fat and everything, the oils that are in it are kind of rendered out. It's one of the best meats you can eat. It's real dark meat and real stringy.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Let me go down here now. Got to head out. COVID caveman's taken off. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it, COVID caveman. Have a good night. Everyone's saying. My mom says she loves tur. Yeah, and I grew up. My mom used to make tur. I would leave the house. I couldn't stay in the house. It stinks so bad. I'd be like, I'm going for a ride on my bike or something. Anytime we were growing up. Is that like a puffin? I've never eaten a puffin. I believe my dad has eaten a puffin. Father has eaten puffin before, hasn't he? Years ago. Is it anything like tur? I have no idea because I've never eaten a puffin because they were protected when I was growing up.
Did you ever
ate too many of them?
Ever have Limburger cheese?
Limburger cheese?
Yeah.
What is that? No, I've never heard of it.
It's like a softer cheese. It stinks to high heaven. It smells rotten. It smells like feet. You know, stinky feet. But it tastes so good. Just get it through your mouth and chew it, and it tastes awesome. It tastes so good.
It's kind of like that fruit. Is it durian?
I never heard of that.
They say it smells exactly like rotting flesh. Like if you had the smell of a carcass when it's rotten, they said the fruit smells just like that. But it's one of the best flavorful fruit, and you see people eating it, and they got their mouth open. They're just drooling, and they're like, but they're like, it tastes so good, but it smells so bad. I am not a picky eater by all means. Like I said, I can probably count on one hand how many things I don't like with 3 fingers missing. Canned peas is one of them, and blue cheese is one as well. I don't like blue cheese. I don't know what it is.
I tried. I don't like it either.
Yeah. So my father says that puffin is sweeter than tur, and he had it years ago, but it's illegal now. Yeah. So there we go. What's sorry, I'm just checking the comments here, Tom.
Yeah.
It's around 85 here. What's 85 in Celsius? You guys forget you're talking to a Canadian up here. St. John's cheese smells nasty. It tastes so good. I've never had St. John's cheese.
No, I haven't. Never heard of that.
No. Stephen Roberts says trim the bum off, and it's a totally different, which would make sense because the cocktail on tur is probably real fatty, and it's probably where a lot of the smell's coming from. What do you call that? On the end of chickens, the tail on the chickens. You ever fry it up?
I have no term for it. I know when you cook it up, it's real soft, and I'll eat it.
JV said he had broccoli and rice soup the other day. It tasted like a petting zoo, like how a petting zoo smells. It's nasty. I took the bear carcass that I had because all that was left was the spine and a couple of the false ribs on it, and the pelvic bone. And I took it out and I put it in a trail where I've seen a bunch of foxes and and coyote tracks. And I put a trail cam on it, hoping to get some cool footage. And I got 3 days worth and 64 gigabytes of a flash drive used up on crows.
Oh,
It was just crows and crows and crows. There's a whole murder of crows just eating this thing. And the trail cam just couldn't keep up with it, video after video.
no, can you hunt crows up there by you?
Yes, and I will. Just got to get some time to get out.
Yeah.
I just want to check something out here. This might make some noise.
I'm just happy I was able to get two of them on that one video that I had. That was so awesome. I wish I would have gotten the feathers coming off after the shot, but there's nothing like a big.
Are you going to go out for another one?
Yeah.
Like soon? Yeah.
Well, not soon, but in September or so.
Yeah. You didn't mind the taste of it, eh?
No, actually, like I said in my video, it has just a real slight hint or a touch of liver flavor, but that's so minute. It's just a passing flavor kind of a thing. But the rest, I didn't mind that.
I like liver. Like I'm like probably gonna lose some friends here, but I'm the kind of guy right now who goes to a restaurant and he'll order liver and onions on the menu. I have many other things I can choose from, but I like liver that much.
I thought maybe as I would get older I would like liver a little bit more, but I don't remember the last time I had it. So I think last time I had it, my mom probably made it.
Yeah.
And that was probably 20 some years ago or more.
It's very polarizing flavor, that's for sure.
And I don't think I could eat it anyways because it's liver's high in vitamin K, and it would counteract my blood thinners that I'm on. So I have to be careful with how much vitamin K I intake.
Yeah.
So.
Filled up the card quick. Yeah, it did. No, it filled the card up real quick. But it was kind of my fault because I still had the trail camera set for when I was hunting the bear, and I had it to record 45 seconds, and then I think it was like a 4-second interval, and then 45 seconds and 4 seconds. So the crows were there, and the thing was just going off for like 3 days straight.
So nothing at night came into it?
Nope, nothing at night. The crows left and nothing came in to touch it at night. I got one night video and it just shows a little mouse in the background jumping by, and he turns and looks right at the camera and his eyes glows up and then he hops away. That's it. Huh. Daddy Duck said he would like to hunt puffin. I wouldn't mind hunting puffin too, but it's illegal here now. But it'd be interesting. And actually, what's a bird that you would like to hunt there, Tom, that you haven't hunted?
Oh boy. Well, I just shot a crow last winter, so what type of bird? Ah, boy. I would love to get some snow geese. Oh, I know they pass through here occasionally, but I would love to go on a hunt. But it's so spur of the moment. You got to be ready to hit that migration to go get in your truck and go to where they're headed to for an outfitter kind of a thing, I guess. But I would love to hit some snow geese.
What about everybody else in the chat? All the hunters here. I know Daddy Duck's got probably a few things that he wants to hunt because I know he's mentioned black ducks a few times up in PEI. But for me, I think one of the birds that I would like to hunt is crane.
Yeah.
I've never had the opportunity to hunt crane, and I think that would be interesting.
We have enough of them, that's for sure. They're
just like sexy geese. That's all they are.
They're what?
I said cranes are just sexy geese. That's all they are. long, slender legs, and
Yeah.
there's nothing out there. I said the other day, I said I was just outdoors listening, and my wife had a couple. Geez, I keep kicking the camera. I have a couple of hummingbird feeders out on the tree, and I was watching the hummingbirds coming in and stuff, and I was just listening. And there was a squirrel chatter, and I said, "Man, it's just nice. Everything sounds so beautiful right now." And then all of a sudden, off in the distance, you hear, "Ah, ah."
Right.
Like, there is no other sound in nature that sounds so out of place than a Canadian goose. Nothing.
Yeah.
Because a coyote, in its own way, sounds like it belongs there. You know, like, oh, it's a predator and it's making noises. And then you got this thing in the sky that's just like, ah.
Funny when you say coyote. The other morning I got the goosebumps. I woke up for work, went to my kitchen sink, looked out the window, and there was a coyote. I don't know if you can, right crossing the street right over there.
Oh,
It
yeah.
came. That's the first time I've seen a coyote in our little village. And a week prior, my daughter saw one up the street, cross the street, and go in between two of the houses. So I'm thinking there might be a coyote den nearby, and
Could be.
she may be hunting rabbits or cats or someone's little dog that they let out at night or something.
Yeah.
That's the first
I
one.
mean, canines and that, they can be mischievous too, like coyotes or wolves even. I knew a guy, I'm not going to mention his name because the story is a little incriminating, but he was up at a cabin, like it was kind of a communal cabin we had at work, and he looked outside and he seen a wolf. This is up northern Labrador, okay? So he sees this wolf and he goes outside and he's like looking at it, and it's walking with like a kind of a limp, but its head is down to the ground. So he's like, oh, there must be something wrong with it. So he starts to follow it, and he gets outside the door and he stops himself, and he turns around and says, no, grabs a shotgun, and he starts walking, and he has a shotgun loaded up, and he follows her, and then she'd slow right down, and he closed the distance, and then she start walking again. She led him down this trail and then stopped and turned around and looked at him, but not looked at his, never looked into his face, just kind of looked up with her head like this. And then he heard a noise and he looked, and there was a wolf there and there and there, and he was right in the middle of a pack. She led him in the middle of a pack of wolves, and they were all down looking at him. And he took the shotgun and he said, "You BI Trans Canada Highway," and just he said he folded her in half, and then they all scattered. They took off.
Unbelievable.
He said it was a moment of like fear and reaction. He's like, I'm surrounded. He's like, I'm not going to turn my back and try to run. He just like, I'm going to make an example out of this dog. And he just shot her. He said, and he folded her right in half, and that was the end of it.
How smart is that?
Yeah.
To lead a human
A human,
like
yeah.
that. Unreal. And we are so naive to it too once in a while, it seems like, to nature.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he thought he was just following a single female dog that was hurt, but he was falling into a trap that he didn't know, like,
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Judith said ribeye to sky. I guess, yeah, that's what they call cranes, right?
Yep.
No, I'm still want to hunt them. Still in Norway. Coyotes and turkeys are on my bucket list. Yeah. What's JV saying here? Oh, his neighbor's canary. That's what he wants to hunt. The snipe, oddly enough, never tried one, but there's Stephen. We used to shoot snipe when we were younger with pellet guns.
Okay.
I didn't. I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed to shoot birds when I was really young. My dad didn't let me, but my buddy down the road used to. Coyote hunting is fun, but very hard. Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, it's difficult. I tried and I was unsuccessful.
You almost need a wide range.
What's that?
You almost needed like a wide range to travel. Like if you had like some farm roads, and you could just go back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daddy Duck says he just runs him over with his car. Yeah, because he hit a coyote with his car and just destroyed the front end of his car, didn't it? That was a lot of damage on your car too, wasn't it, Daddy Duck? Yeah, my mom. Yeah, it was a smart wolf. Wolves are known for doing that with animals. Yeah, they are. We had a wolf in. So when I lived in this housing up in Goose Bay, we heard a noise during a snowstorm of something like two dogs basically fighting was the sound that was happening, and it was like in the middle of the night, and I wasn't sure what was going on, and it was loud out and everything. Anyways, because the wind was blowing during the snowstorm, and I couldn't really tell exactly where the sound was coming from, but I could hear it. And anyways, the next morning when the snow started to settle, one of the police officers showed up with a shotgun, aimed underneath the deck of my neighbor directly on the other side of me, and shot. We heard the gunshot, so I go out to investigate, see what the gunshot was all about, and there was a wolf came in the middle of the night. They had a dog that had a outdoor house where it could kind of go between like its own house and into the garage, and it was tethered on. And a wolf tried to get in, and it was a yellow lab they had, and that lab, believe it or not, destroyed that wolf.
Really?
The lab actually walked away, but they ended up having to get it put down because it had too many puncture wounds that the vet said they're like her quality of life would just not be the same. Like they stopped counting at like 130 puncture wounds.
Oh my gosh.
But the wolf was laying down under the deck bleeding out, and it had its tail completely degloved. Like the dog got a hold of the tail of the wolf and took every bit of fur and skin off it, so it was just a long bone. And the wolf was lying there just dying, and then the police officer came and put it down with a shotgun.
Wow.
And but you wouldn't think a dog would hold up against a wolf like that, but it did. It was very determined to hold its ground and protect its territory and its family.
Right. Yeah.
It did a good job.
I saw a video on Facebook that someone shared of there was a dog on a lead. Must have been it was outside on someone's residence, and the wolf came in kind of real head down and just kind of surveying the area where the dog was and standing. All of a sudden that wolf came in, grabbed the dog by the neck, and wouldn't let go. It was pulling. The dog was fighting back, and eventually the dog got tired to the point where it just kind of laid there, and the wolf just kept pulling and pulling and pulling until the lead broke or the collar broke, and ran off with the dog.
Gone, yeah.
They're
relentless.
Yeah.
Let me show you something right quick. How I got a little artsy the other day. So that's the one I got called that I nicknamed Successful Hunt.
That is really cool.
This is one I made for my daughter. That one's a little more fancy, a little more pretty.
That's neat.
She loved that one.
Like,
just want to show that. Is JV here in the chat at all? I'm wondering if JV is ready to go live.
Yeah, it's probably about that time, huh?
Yeah. I tried to give him a bit of time to get home and stuff. I don't want to drag this out and bore people. People are slowly dropping off like flies here now. Because it's a Saturday night too, right? People got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. How you doing? Thanks for coming in, man. Al said he's going to be doing a talk about coyotes soon. I'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing a live stream on it, Jeff? Or sorry, it jumped on me. Al? Are you going to be doing a live stream, or are you going to just be doing a video? Yeah, JV's not here yet. Daddy Duck said he's not bored.
I wonder if I should do a live from Eagle River up north next weekend. I wonder how many people would be around to watch or interested in watching a live, but I don't
Are you
know.
fishing?
Am I fishing?
Yeah, will you be fishing? I don't know what that. Where you say you're going?
It's my mom, mother-in-law and her husband have a place on a lake up there, and it's right on the shore of the lake. And I thought about maybe doing a live right from like a bonfire like I'm having right now, and looking out over the lake and stuff like that. But I gotta have something else have like a topic like you had, and instead of going off the cuff all the time like I do, I want to have something that's more interesting than me rambling on.
Well, no, it's not. Well, just topics. If you got something that like you want to discuss and you get it out of the way, and then just do like an open panel or just talk to people or whatever, that'd be.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be game anyways. I mean, that's what I like with the YouTube live, like these live chats and stuff. Is I find myself less and less on Facebook. Facebook is all political, and it's always like this person's opinion versus this person's opinion, and so on and so forth. But with the new like this here, I find myself on YouTube more because I'm just looking at stuff that my buddies are doing.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
and like I said to my wife, I said the friendship that I get on with people on YouTube, like yourself and everybody else in the chat here, is I'm not going to say it's more sincere than Facebook because I have a lot of sincere friends on Facebook as well, but they're we interact more.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, I just ate this for supper, and then people give it a bunch of thumbs up. It's like, look what I did today, and then there's a conversation back and forth. It's a little more meaningful, right?
Yeah. It's more intimate, I guess, in a way. Not intimate.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I don't know what you're asking me here, Tom. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You said it's more interaction, like what we're doing now.
Yeah, exactly.
You can actually see someone's emotion, or you can read a person a lot better when we're talking like this. You can have so many opinions on one comment. Is it sarcastic? Is it meaningful? Is it snarky? Kind of a thing. Just one sentence, no one knows.
I mean,
LOL.
Yeah, exactly. LMAO. It's like Cody from After Five. Everybody knows Cody, but he was probably one of my first friends I made on YouTube. When I started the YouTube thing, I never thought I'd ever make a friend on YouTube. I thought it was like I didn't know what to expect because I always thought it was like, well, people watch your stuff and they leave a comment, and that's pretty much the extent of it. But then it's like, oh, well, some people just keep commenting, and some people keep watching your stuff, and then you're watching their stuff, and then you actually grow like a bit of a relationship. And Cody was probably one of the first ones to reach out to me, but his perspective of me looking at me on video, he was like, this looks like a mean dude.
Yeah.
Because he's never talked to me. And most people who talk to me realize I'm not actually scary. I'm just a bit of a dork. I just like tattoos and I'm a big hairy dude. I'm not actually. Yeah, exactly. But when people get to know you, they realize, oh, Tom's a good guy. He just looks like he wants to murder me.
Yeah. The first couple of videos I saw of you're kayaking with your family and doing some portages or just getting on the shore, and then the next video that you had, I think I'm like, what in the world is this guy doing? All of a sudden, there's like a little introduction. Then the next clip is you running down a gravel road in knee-high boots. I'm like, that's way too funny. I gotta get with this guy. That's awesome. And from then on, I've been watching your stuff, your videos. That dry sense of humor, or I don't know if it's dry sense of humor or weird sense of humor, but I think I share the same sense of humor that you do.
Yeah, for sure. Every time you make a joke, I put it in my bank of jokes. I'm like, I watch your videos. I'm like, what's Tom going to say now? I'm like, oh, I like that one. I'm going to use that one.
I haven't said any in a quite a while. I got to get back to that.
Yeah,
joke
you do.
End of the video.
Because I haven't had a good one to bring to work in a while. So you got it. You provide me my material. Because I used the one. I walked in. I looked up. I said, you know, it's not the best roof. I said, but it's up there. And I walked away, and everyone. You get some people at work. They're like, and then the rest of them were like, "What an idiot."
Exactly.
Those are the two reactions I'm trying to get, right?
Yeah.
Living MN. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I love that. I miss doing that. You know, just to get someone to laugh like myself. You know,
Yeah.
that's one of my jokes that I tell, and watching other people laugh too. It's awesome. I like making people laugh like that.
My
And roll the
favorite
eye.
video that you've
What's that?
done. My favorite video you've done. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay, so I keep over talking. I don't mean to. My favorite video that you ever done was the one on. It's a nice looking Tom. It's a nice, and then you came on the screen. You're like, just wait.
Stroking my beard.
Yeah, that is hilarious. Because I looked at it first, and I never clued in until you were like, you were doing this, like, what? And I was like, oh, it hit me. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Gunner Air, thanks. My CCM hat. Got it at Velu Village. It's a really fancy store. I don't know if you know what Velu Village is.
Nope.
It's actually called Value Village. It's a thrift shop. But we call it Velu Village just to sound more fancy.
What is CCM? Just the hat that you found or what?
Yeah, no, CCM is they do all sports stuff, but they do a lot of hockey gear, hockey equipment, and skates and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought it was Canadian country music.
Oh goodness, I'm not a country boy. The music I listen to and the music that's in my videos, like when I put a music on my video, I'm like, they'll like that. I don't, but they will. Because I'm a like me and Scumdog are probably closer in line. I like metal music. I like heavy rock, heavy metal. Like
Yeah.
if you listen to metal music and you go, I can't understand what they're saying. I probably like it heavier than that. I've always been into heavy metal music. I don't know why. Even when I was a tiny, tiny little boy, I would wake up early just to go down and turn on channel 16, which was Much Music, because they would have their metal mornings, and I would just sit there and watch metal music. I just love the energy of it and everything.
You know, there's certain music like that I'll listen to, like when I lifted weights. That stuff is, I don't listen to the lyrics or the words, but the sound of it, yeah, it gets me jacked up, ready to lift that 200-pound bench or whatever, you know, or curls, or just running on a treadmill and just go as fast as you can, you know.
Yeah.
But outside of a gym, it's like, forget it. It just makes me angry.
See, for me, like, and that's why I tell people, there's a difference between anger and aggression. Metal music makes me aggressive, not angry. Just makes me aggressive. So I'm always wanting to go. But I can also listen to metal music and close my eyes and go to sleep. I always grew up listening. Even when I went through like a punk rock phase and when I was in high school, I always came back to metal music. I don't know what it is, but it's just wired in me. JV is here. JV, are you home? Are you ready to get going? Daddy Duck listens to Elvis and Buddy Holly. I'm not surprised, man. That seems like your personality too. Like you're really just chill, relaxed dude, likes the old time stuff. I don't like. So here's the thing. I'm a drummer. Okay, I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm just going to turn this around just a little bit. It's hard to see right now because there's garbage on it. That's part of my drum set.
Okay.
So I'm a drummer, and as what you'll find, generally speaking, is musicians will listen to music depending on the type of instrument they play. there's not a lot of
right.
drummers. There's not a lot of drummers who are like, my favorite band is AC/DC, because AC/DC is so simplistic. It's like everyone's first song. There's not many drummers who prefer to listen to, slow rock, because there's not a lot of heavy drumming in slow rock.
Uh-huh.
A lot of drummers tend to navigate to several extremes that pushes their limit as a musician. And metal music is one of them. And the other one, which I also listen to, is blues. I love blues music and I love metal music. That's my two extremes. And people are like, well, that's, they feel like as a guy who listens to metal music, you have to listen to just metal music. But it's like, no, I love music that has a certain structure to it that is somewhat challenging. That's why I love blues, jazz. I like jazz music as well, because of the offset tones on the beat and stuff like that is challenging. Because if you listen to jazz, it's almost like everybody's doing their own thing, but in unison. It all fits together, but every instrument is kind of just doing their own thing, but it works together. That's what makes jazz different. And metal music is similar too. If you really listen to the structure of it, what's people saying here? Musicians make the best coyote colors. Yeah, so and that's what I just find is like, if I didn't play drums, I'm not sure. I would probably still be listening to metal music. Maybe metal music brought me to the drums. I'm not sure, but that's just how I am. But I love Johnny Cash. I like stuff like that. I do like some of the classical stuff. And it's not that I don't appreciate other music. It's just not my go-to listen to.
That what you prefer.
Yeah.
Now, when you say metal music, the Christian band Skillet, now is that your type of music, or a little bit more?
Mine would be a little bit more, I would say. So there's actually a Christian metal band. I don't just listen to Christian music either. I'm not one of those Christian.
That's what I know, and that's what I kind of listen to a little bit. I just want to compare or.
Yeah, Five Finger Death Punch, Avenged Sevenfold. That to me is like, a lot of people listen to those people to be considered metal. That's more like my softcore rock.
Okay.
Avenged Sevenfold, AC/DC. Like I don't mind AC/DC. It's just not my go-to. If you listen to AC/DC from a musical standpoint, it's very simple. It's the first you pick up a guitar. If you never play guitar in your life, first song you're going to learn is an AC/DC song.
Probably.
Or bass or guitar or drums or whatever. But if you look up, don't be scared, but look up Living Sacrifice. Now that's a heavy metal. Look up, like, you have to type in YouTube, Living Sacrifice metal. That's kind of the style that I like, even maybe a little harder than that. And that's pretty hard stuff. You're probably going to look at that and be like, ugh. Texas Playboys. Waylon, Texas Playboys. I've heard those guys. Trying to remember what they are. Inflection. Yeah, some good bands up here. All Plays Calling the Animals. They actually did research on metal music and wine cellars, and the yeast in the wine cellars within the wine. The yeast is actually sensitive to certain vibrations that travel through the liquid, and they'll actually produce different levels and types of alcohol. And there are a few and there's science behind this as well, because the frequencies that enter into the water will cause them to agitate and develop differently. There's a cellar, I can't remember if it's in Spain or France, and they've been playing classical music in their cellar on old records since like World War II. And it's supposed to create a better flavor of wine. And it's the sounds of the bass, it's the sounds of the different instruments, the high notes and the low notes mixed together, going through the medium, through the water in the wine. And it causes the yeast to react a certain way. And there is some science behind it. Now, it's not conclusive, but there is research being done with that. And they've also done jazz music, metal music, and different things like that. But they're finding classical music produces the best type of wine.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Southern Dixie May, like Southern Rock, Doc Holliday. I'm just reading all the bands everyone's throwing out there. Did anyone see JV's comments? JV home. He just jumps in once in a while, says something, and takes off again. Oh, he said he just got there. All right, we'll wait for JV to come back. And we've got 22 people in here now. We're just going to wait for JV to come back, and then we're going to go, if everybody wants to. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. But we're going to raid his channel because we're pretty much done. I'm done with everything I need to do. I'm just having a fun conversation here with you, Tom.
Well, the sun's going down quick. The wind died down. It's going to be a nice fire in the morning, I hope. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, but I'm hoping it holds off till I'm done with breakfast out here.
Yeah.
It's such a quiet night.
You ever watch he's a YouTuber. He does that he dresses up and he goes like back in medieval times kind of thing. And he has like a homestead there with a house built up like traditional English house, and he does different recipes and cooks and all this stuff. If anybody knows who I'm talking about. Living MN's asking how much my bear weighed. That's not until June the 3rd, I believe. That contest is still open. Back with JV. Okay, that's 9 o'clock. What time? I'm Atlantic right now. Is that Central?
Oh, here comes 2 geese. Hear them?
Oh, yeah. Huh?
I just...
Oh, yeah.
I love that. That's like music to my ears. Ever since I was a little kid. Oh,
yeah.
Man. I would look up at the sky. I would go out and feed my dog before school and look up at the sky, and you could see the high flyers just going past. It was such a cool, crisp morning, quiet. And they were so far up there. It's like I could barely hear them, but I picked them out and I saw where they were. I'm like, oh, man. There are very few Canada geese around here when I was a kid. And now the population skyrocketed.
It is exploded. Yeah. I missed a chance. I was going to get a trail cam set up on a goose nest not long ago. And I seen this little pond that I drive past every day going to work. I seen a goose there, and she was in the same spot every day, just nesting. And I said, I'm going to go to the trail cam. I'll go out there and put a stake down with the trail cam on it and leave it. And I'll just wait for. And I planned on doing it actually this weekend. And then when I was driving to work on Friday, the pond is kind of on. It's like it's a highway, but it's like a backcountry highway with not a whole lot of traffic. And as I'm turning the corner, there's the mom, the dad, and 5 babies standing on the road. So I parked the car and I went over to the crazy cobra chickens and start like looking big and pushed them back into the water, right? Because the young ones were just kind of moving. The mom and dad were acting all like we can't, trying to hoard them together. They're only like a day or two old at tops, right? And so I missed my opportunity to do that, but it was pretty neat. I did get a little video I put on Instagram of just getting them back into the water.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. All right, what are we saying here? So he's not actually scheduled until another half hour. We still got 20 people in here.
Wow.
What the heck are 20 people doing here? Looking at 2 furry guys talking. Shoot in 28 minutes. You got any ideas coming up for any great videos you're doing, or?
Well, I would like to maybe do another morel hunt, but I don't want to burn that out. I should just go look for morels and without even filming it and just not worry about getting any kind of content. Just go out and enjoy it. Just looking.
Yeah.
Not that I enjoyed it before, but um, I'd like to start the fishing thing soon with back to basics kind of a try to find well
I'll
that
look.
pond that I talked about in my channel update video. I want to go there and see what kind of fish are in there. Just bobber fish, maybe have one pole with a bobber on and another pole with maybe a small hula popper. Maybe there's bass in there. Just switch it out and use like a jig for panfish or something. I'm not a real big fisherman, so it's going to be trial and error and kind of I know what I'm doing, but I just for entertainment purposes kind of a thing and to show people that you don't need a boat, you
No,
know.
no. I still don't have a boat. I got a kayak now, but my setup, man. And I mean, for someone who grew up on basically Newfoundland and Ireland, I grew up surrounded by water. I was always either onto salt water or onto freshwater. I was catching fish all the time. I could just fit my tackle box in my pocket. I've never had a big tackle box, and I've never carried anything with me besides hooks and red spinners, the Lucky Strike red spinners. That's been my
Okay.
go-to and see back in Newfoundland where I've done the majority of my fishing growing up. Um, Trout, like I've eaten a lot of trout, catch a lot of trout in Newfoundland. If you find a flooded field, there's trout in it. There is trout everywhere. Every
Huh.
brook, every stream. We don't have bass, so trout don't have any other predatory fish that they're competing with. So
Yeah.
you have trout eating smaller trout. Everything's full of it. You go. There's times I've gone on the edge of the road and there's just stagnant water there. It's just been sitting there. There's no stream flowing in, no stream flowing out. But there's got to be some underground channels or something because you catch out and you catch a 9-10 inch trout. They're everywhere. But now I'm here and I can't find trout. And a few people who knows where the trout are won't tell me where they are.
Yeah.
Baby life
The
challenges.
secret spots.
Yeah. I don't blame people though, because it seems to be more and more people now are being less respectful of these areas.
Right. Yeah.
People are more likely now to walk up and cast right next to you and cast over your line and everything.
Yeah, I got a story, but I won't tell it, but it's like you said, lack of respect kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Someone takes you out, then yeah, it's I think a lot of that's fallen by the wayside, the respect thing,
Yeah.
and common courtesy.
It'll come back though. The more people get involved and
Yeah.
yeah. That's the one thing this pandemic has done good is it's kind of reconnected people to the natural way of things.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, other people have fallen deeper into the dependency of government and everything else as well. But
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
some people, it relit that little light of perseverance and self establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like where I went, did my rabbit hunting and crow hunting and turkey hunting this past hunting season. I I can't pay him money. I in like a gift kind of a thing. I just wanna. He knows I appreciate it, but I also wanna. He burns firewood, and I wanna actually go out there and help him split his firewood. I'll take an afternoon or something and go out there and ask him if I can split it, and I'll use my own splitting maul. I'm sure he
Yeah,
has his wood splitter, but that's how I prefer to split wood. I'd rather
yeah,
swing a maul than use a wood splitter. And just for a payment or being show gratitude and thanks for allowing me to hunt there and put a little sweat equity into next year's hunt, you know.
Yeah. JV said he likes to run into kayakers in his boat. And they'll learn to get out of his way eventually. Oh, so you got JV's link up there, do you, Raymond? JV, when are you going live? Are you going to wait until the next 20 minutes or? Shame on you, JV, Jeff said. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of big things planned because now, like, I'm almost up to the 1 year anniversary of my channel.
Yeah.
So now it's just like I've experienced what the seasons can give me. So now it's just like trying to better my videos for next year. I'll be kind of doing the same thing. I mean, duck season rolls around. I'm going to go out and get ducks.
Yeah.
Deer season rolls around. I'm going to go get a deer. That's kind of what's going to happen with my channel. I mean, that's what I do. I hunt. So now it's just about trying to get better footage, better equipment for getting those angles and stuff, and that. But my wife was very, very kind to me and bought me a really awesome gift. This is my latest update to the channel. You probably noticed some of my footage has gotten a little. It's this thing. This is where I do all my videotaping on now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
My wife has a camera similar to that, but it doesn't take video.
Yeah. This one does 4K, but
Okay.
I don't. It's for YouTube. I don't think 4K is really necessary, especially with my face in it. You don't need to zoom in and count pores on my face. But I mean, I keep it usually at a 2.4K. That's usually what I keep it at, and I just like I don't know, like getting better footage. For a while, a couple videos, I used another camera that I had. I wasn't happy with it, so I stopped using it.
Mm-hmm.
Said it was high def, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I just have my phone right now. I guess I'm not. I like my wife always said to me when we were early on in our relationship. I always wanted a 4-wheeler. She
Yeah.
goes, "You don't need a 4-wheeler. You want a 4-wheeler." She always said, "There's 3 things in life that you need. It's food, air, and water. The rest are all wants." And it took me quite a while for that to sink in, and she's right. It's like,
She is.
right now I'm just satisfied with using my phone, and if I need to put it at a different angle, I'll move my tripod and that kind of a thing, and maybe
But
I'll get
your channel's different than mine too. You can't really compare apples and oranges because your channel fits you. It has a different feel, right?
yeah.
For me, I have a bit of a different approach with my channel, but that's because before I joined the work that I'm doing now, that's what I went to college for, was
Right.
interactive media and development and stuff, right? So I have a little bit of background knowledge on it, and all I'm doing is find an excuse to use something I had student loans for that I never ever used. So I can say like, hey, I invested money into something that eventually I can, put out in YouTube, I guess.
I kind of wish, looking back, I know you can crap in one hand and wish in the other, and you can figure out which one's going to fill up first. But I always
Yeah.
wanted to go to school for like media, kind of like what you did,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. I always found it interesting doing the editing and filming. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I had a class in high school. It was called mass media, and I did my own commercial, directed it, produced it. There's another classmate with me that did it with me, but I was kind of, not to boast or brag, but I was kind of like the brains of it, kind of what I wanted to do, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I feel that that little commercial, quote unquote, turned out pretty decent for that class. So I wish I could have went on to school for that, but I'm not a school type of guy. I don't
No,
think I've done well.
I don't. I hate school. I hate going to classes, and it seems to be I do more of it now in my adulthood than I ever did when I was a kid. And especially my line of work, there's always something else to learn, right?
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, you're like back to what we were talking about with like your channel and stuff. That's the nice thing about YouTube is like your personality, not necessarily your personality, but like you can put out content and you'll find the people who want to watch your content. And there are plenty of people who don't watch my stuff because I probably edit it too much.
Okay.
There's plenty of people who don't like the little cutscenes that I put in there and stuff, right? And
yeah.
There's a certain audience for that, right? But there's also a certain audience for your stuff. If yours is probably laid out a little more like structured with less, your jokes are your jokes. Is when you tell a joke. You're not doing usually cutscenes or something else, or like filling it up with filler stuff. And there's an audience that appreciates your stuff for the way it is, and I'm one of them. I love watching your stuff because it's just, hey, I'm watching birds eat. People love that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Just being able to capture stuff that you just notice and you go, you know what, this is worth sharing. That's what I like about your channel and other channels similar. JV is on. So with that being said, I don't want anybody to go over there. Let's stay here and talk for another 3 hours.
My battery's almost dead in my phone. And
I
so
think
is my fire.
Live stream. I think this has been the longest live stream. Throw up, Raymond's already thrown it there. Yeah, the link for JV. Great live stream, Danny and Tom. That's my mother. I really enjoyed guys' night. Looking forward to the next Mother and Father. Have a good night, Mother. Love you. Love Dad too.
See you, Mother and Father.
Yeah. Daddy Duck says he's with you, bro. But that Daddy Duck stuff too is a little more. He likes to experiment. I see him having some fun with his editing too.
Yeah.
He likes doing that. But there's, like I said, there's a certain level of like, for me, I like editing. If you don't like editing, don't do it because
right.
You're not gonna you're gonna stop having fun with your channel.
Right. Yeah.
You don't want it to feel like you have to do something you don't want to do. Huh.
Music. That's music.
All right. We'll send everybody over to JV. Yeah, just go say hi to JV, guys. See what he's up to. He's got that giveaway. I think he's doing a giveaway for. He's doing the bow thingy with Annika. Thanks for dropping in. You got anything else you want to say before we take off there, Tom?
No, just enjoy the outdoors. Enjoy the little things and get out there and enjoy life and have fun doing it. Don't sit on the couch.
That's a good message. That's the best message you can throw out there. Throw up Tom's link there to his channel if you don't mind, Raymond. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Raymond.
Raymond's everybody's best friend, I think. Cool. We'll head over to CJV. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for listening to us ramble and two hairy dudes talk to each other for a while. I appreciate it all.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime, Tom. Take care, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Later, bye.